Okay, can you see my screen now? Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay, so we will start. So basically first day we will start from this part, and we completed the area calculation using the Google Earth Engine platform. So how you can easily calculate the area for the feature, how you can calculate the area for the single image classes, how you can easily calculate the area for all of the classes in your land cover classification. We will complete it all of this part for the calculation. Okay, and also completed here the spectral indices. Okay, so also completed the how you can easily use the directly equation. Okay, and I will send you this video today, because I will forget this. I will send you the video recorded class in your email address, through your email address, so that you can also try to watch the all of the previous classes and practice. Okay, and we also discuss about the NDVI and NDVI. And today first of all we will discuss about this chart NDVI over a period of time. So how you can easily make the chart using the Google Earth Engine platform over a period of time, and how you can easily get the time series data like this. Okay, so I simply open my code editor, and in this code editor first of all I simply imported your region of interest. Suppose this is your region of interest, so I simply imported this region of interest.
Recording in progress.
So first of all I simply imported your region of interest. So this is your region. In this region we will do all of the tasks using the region. So basically for this you can also complete your project work using this region. Okay, so in this time I want to make the chart NDVI over a period of time for this region. Okay, so first of all I want to make the you can see this is your region. I simply change the name RY. I simply change the variable name RY, and I want to show the shapefile. So I simply use here the map dot add layer, this function. Simply put here the object name is the RY, and I also want to focusing in the center of this shapefile. I simply use here the map dot center object, and then this is my object name and this is my zoom level. So you can see this is my region. Okay, so this is my region. So in this time I want to make the time series chart of NDVI over a period of time. Okay, so in this time I want to use here the Sentinel-2 imagery for making the NDVI. Okay, so first of all I simply imported the Sentinel-2 imagery. So I simply use here the Sentinel-2. Simply search in the top of the code editor. Here I can get all of the imagery about Sentinel. You can see Sentinel-5, Sentinel-2. Okay, I used here the Sentinel-2 multispectral instrument. So this is my image collection. It's not, so I open my image collection. Is that multispectral instrument? You can see level 1C. So this is my satellite imagery for Sentinel-2, and it's the multispectral instrument, and I want to use this satellite imagery for making the NDVI map, as well as also make the NDVI time series data or NDVI time series chart. Okay, so first of all you need to import this image collection in your code editor. So I simply press on import. So you can see this image collection will be imported in my code editor. Okay, and you can see this is the default variable name is the image collection. If you want you can change the image collection. I simply put the image collection name is that S2. Okay, okay, so now I want to filter this image collection, and then I want to make the land curve NDVI over a period of time, make a time series chart. Okay, so I simply take a variable Then I simply put the variable name is the filter rate. You can use any variable name. I want to filter this image collection. So for this I simply call the image collection variable name s2. I simply put here the s2, and then I want to filter this specific time period. I simply use here the filter date function. Okay, and we already know about the filter date function. You can see this function has the two argument. First argument is the start date, second argument is the end date. In this time I want to simply put here that start date will be year of 2016 April, 1st April. Okay, and second date I also put here the second date is that year of 2016 July, 1st July. Okay, so this is my specific time period. In this time period I want to make a time series chart of NDVI. Okay, let's start. So in this time I want to use here, you can see here, I want to make a NDVI map first of all using this image collection, and then I want to make it. So for this I simply use here, you can see, so I want to make the time series chart using the image collection between this time period. Okay, and then I also want to make, so in this time I also want to use here the another function, this function called the filter bounds. Okay, so I simply put here the filter bounds, and it's my ROI. I simply put here the ROI, and then I also want to use here the another function, it's called the filter. I simply ee dot filter less than, I want to put here the image properties. So here you can see this image properties in here, cloud pixel percentage. I want to need the cloud pixel percentage less than 1. Okay, I simply put here the cloud pixel percentage. Paste cloud pixel percentage, then 1. I simply put here the 1, this value. Okay, and in this time I want to check how many images will be available for my region. I simply use here the print function, and then I simply call the filter, and you can see I simply use here the size function. Size is a function, it determines how many images will be available in your particular region in a specific time period. I simply click to the run. So now it will be computing. We can see here between this time period year of 2016 we can between this time period we can get total 10 images. If you want to check when this image will be captured, so here we can get all of the information about this image collection from the properties, from the feature tab. You can see there is the total 10 images will be available in here, and you can see first image will be captured here this between this time period year of 2016 19 April. Second image will be captured year of 2016 19 April, same date. You can also see here this is the another image is the capture year of 2016 29th April. Okay, all of the image date we can easily if you want you can also use the any specific image. You can simply copy the image properties, image ID. This is the image ID. When you want to work with this only for these images, then you can simply copy the image ID and work with this. Okay, suppose I want to work with this image ID, so I can simply copy this ID and work with this. Okay, in this time I want to work with this image for make the NDVI over this period of time. So for this I also try to make a, you can see this is my filter NDVI, and it will be I simply get the 1% cloud pixel percent. I can get here the total 10 images. Okay, so in this time you can see here this image I want to check how many band will be available in this image. So I want to simply use here the band names. This is the function band names. Now it will be printed all of the band names. Okay, so I want to check it, so I simply commenting this line, then I want to check. So in this time it will be not define this function, because in this time we also need to use here this collection. Okay, so we want to check, you can see from this image information sheet. So here you can see B1, B2, B3, B4, B5, B6 and B7, all of the band will be available in here. Okay, and in this time I want to create a new band for NDVI, and I want to make the time series chart of this NDVI. Okay, so for this previous class I also try to discuss about this. So I also try to again discuss about this. When you want to create this band, then we need to use here some, you can see you need to make a function. So how you can easily make the function? You can simply use here the function keyword. After this you can put here a variable name of your function. I simply put here the add NDVI. Okay, and then I simply use here the parenthesis. In this parenthesis I defined here my element name image, and then I simply put here the curly bracket, and between this curly bracket I want to make the my all of the argument what I need. I want to make a NDVI. I simply use here the NDVI formula is that we already know about that image. I simply call my element name image. After this I simply use here the normalized difference function. Normalized difference function between two band. First band is the near infrared band. I simply put here the B8, and another band is the red band. I simply put here the B4. Okay, so I simply use here the function. I want to create a band of NDVI, so that's why I simply take the function, then I simply put here the variable name add NDVI, then this is my element name, and then I also make the curly bracket, and between this curly bracket I simply put here my argument. I want to make the calculator to the NDVI, and we already know about that NDVI is for the two band, near infrared band and red band, and I want to make here the normalized difference between the two band, near infrared band and red band. So it will be calculated in this time the NDVI, and I want to return from this function. So I simply use here the return. It will be returned a image as a band, so it will be also add a bands. I simply use here the add bands, and it will be stored in a variable NDVI. So you can see NDVI, which variable I just put here NDVI, the same variable it will be NDVI. Okay, so now it will be also calculated a band of NDVI. Okay, so in this time it also created a NDVI band. Okay, so I want to add this band. You can see here this is my function. Okay, so this function created a NDVI band, and in this time I want to add this band with my whole collection. You can see my whole collection, it will be stored in a filtered variable. So I simply take the another variable. Suppose you can simply take the variable is that I simply with NDVI, I simply use here this variable with NDVI, and then I simply call the filtered. Okay, because it will be my whole collection. I simply call the filtered, and then I simply use here the map function. Map is a function, it will be connecting your function which you created in here, it will be connecting with your whole collection filtered. So in this time I just simply copy the function variable name add NDVI and paste here. So now it will be also added a band. Okay, this band name is that NDVI, it will be added in my whole collection. Okay, so now I want to add the band in here. So for this, so I simply show the NDVI map in my map in here. So for this I simply take a variable. I simply use here the map.add layer. And then I simply call my, you can see here, I simply call here this with NDVI. Okay, so I simply put here the with NDVI, and then I also need to use here the function. You can see I want to calculate it the quality mosaic. Okay, so I simply use here the quality mosaic. So I simply put here the quality mosaic function. So this is the quality mosaic. Okay, quality mosaic. I simply put here the quality mosaic. Okay, and after this I want to check the quality mosaic of NDVI. I simply use here the NDVI band, and I already created this NDVI band, and I also need to use here the rename this function. I simply use here the rename function and call this is my NDVI. Okay, and then I simply put here the NDVI. Okay, so now it will be showing this area of this. So I simply use here the ROI, and now I want to show this result. So for this I simply click to the run. You can see what happened. Okay, so now you can see it will be appeared. Okay, but it not clipping with our ROI or other things. Okay, we can get this result, you can see, for the whole world. Okay, if you want to check the value from here, we can also get the NDVI value. You can see this is the NDVI, this is the another band. Okay, so now I want to add here the, and this is the another band for the NDVI. Okay, so now I want to make the time series chart of this NDVI. Okay, so for this I simply use this function. This function is that UI dot chart dot image dot series. Okay, so this is my function. I simply put all of the argument one by one. First of all, image collection. Image collection is that this is my NDVI. With NDVI, this is my image collection. I simply copy and paste here. Okay, after this I simply select my band. So I simply use here the select, and I already created this NDVI band. You can see I already created the NDVI band. Okay, then my region is that ROI. So I simply put here the ROI. Okay, then I also need to use here the reducer or other things. So I simply remove all of the things and try to print this chart. What happened, you can see, and I will store it all of the things in a variable. My variable name is that, I simply put the variable name is that chart. Okay, and now I want to print the chart. We can see what's happened. Okay, so here you can see it will be showing a error. Okay, so this error is that there are the too many pixel. You can see your region has the too many pixel in the region, and it, you can see this is the maximum pixel value allows only this number. Okay, when it will, this number will be crossed, then we cannot make the chart. Okay, so when this number will be crossed, then we cannot get the time series chart of NDVI, making the chart using the Google Earth Engine platform. When our pixel value will be more than this value. Okay, this is the value. So ensure that you are not aggregate at the higher resolution. Okay, so in this time I simply remove the ROI, and then in this time I simply take a point. I simply take a point in my region of interest. Okay, and then I simply put here this variable name is that ROI, and then click to the run. So now it will be provided me a chart, because you can see I can get the chart in this point. Okay, so if you want, you can also use the different types of buffer or other things we can also make. You can see in this time what is the NDVI change, what's the NDVI change in this between this time period, what's the NDVI will be changed. It will be showing like this. Okay, you can see NDVI will be decrease or increase, all of the chart will be, you can easily get from here. Okay, so you can see here this is the time series chart for this specific point. Only for this point we can get the we can get this NDVI time series, okay, for this point. Okay, if you want to change the point for another region and then click to the run, then you can get this NDVI chart for this point. Okay, we can see this is our chart for the NDVI. Okay, so different time period we can get this time series chart. Okay, if you want, you can also add the some other option of the chart. Suppose I want to add here the title or other things, you can also do easily. You can simply use here the set option function, set options, and then you can simply put here all of these things. Suppose title, I want to make the title for the NDVI time series. I simply put here this NDVI time series chart. Okay, and also put here the another things is that I want to put here the v-axis. So v-axis I want to make a title in here. So this title is that v-axis represented the NDVI value. I simply put here the NDVI value, and also I simply put here the s-axis or horizontal axis. I simply put here the horizontal axis, and this provide the time. I simply put here the title, and this title will be time. Okay, and then I simply click to the run. So now I can get all of the option will be added with my chart, and my chart will be more readable. Here you can see this is my chart, it will be present, and this point I can get that for this. What's the change only for this point? What is the change of NDVI for this point? We can easily get. When I move to the in water, you can see we can get the all of the NDVI value in a negative pixel value. You can see now we can get the chart. You can see this chart will be always the negative. You can see it will be negative. Okay, so we can easily identify the negative pixel value. It's the identify the water for NDVI indices. Okay, if you want to simply click to here, you can see this is your chart for NDVI for this specific point. Okay, for this specific point we can get this NDVI chart. Now if you want, you can also download the chart data for you can simply download the CSV file, then it will be automatically downloaded. Okay, if you want to download the PNG file format, then it will be download the PNG file format of the chart images. When I download the CSV file format, it will be downloaded the CSV file format, and you can easily get the data of this time series chart of NDVI. Okay, for your specific point. So you can see the chart will be appear, right? So you can see this is our time series data in CSV file format. Okay, so here you can see this is your data for this time series. You can get this NDVI data, and in this time here we use the Sentinel-2 image collection. Okay, so here you can get all of this data, all of the pixel value, NDVI value we can easily get in this time for this specific point. If you want to change the point for the another region and then click to the run, okay, then you can get the chart, another chart. Okay, so I hope you understand this part, how you can easily make the time series chart for NDVI or other indices. And it's not only for the NDVI. Using the same procedure, you can make all of the NDVI all of the time series chart using the Landsat, Sentinel or other imagery. Okay, you can easily make this chart. Okay, for making the time series chart for any specific point. What's the condition of the NDVI over a period of time, we can easily measure. Okay, we can easily make the time series chart for this. Okay, so I hope you understand this part, and if you have any question, you can ask me any question or any doubt. Okay, if you have any question, you can ask me.